Connector. Find your kind.
Hello, Connector community. This is Mattia and Ingenito from Connector team, and today we are here to announce that our Polygon token has been finally audited by linktr.ee, which is one of the most famous and reliable security audit company for smart contracts and token. So here we are to showcase the results. The report with the full analysis is open to the public and can be found on the official repository on GitHub from linktr.ee network as well as on Connector website. So for the ones who want to go through all the details and dig into the complete overview, basically the report is free to be consulted by everybody. Here you can see real quick the executive summary where the analysis was carried by a team of cybersecurity experts that went through all the functions inside the smart contract, marking some possible dynamics as possible issues divided by some categories. As you can see, critical, major, medium, minor, or unknown impact that they can have. So real quick, I want to skip the scope of work, the methodology used, and the recap of all the function. I want to go straight to the points that were marked by the cybersecurity firm and give you an explanation about the dynamics that the implication that can have. Here you can see a reference about some centralized privileges. Just for us as owner, we reserve the right to call 3 specific functions, which are renounce ownership, transfer ownership, and claim stack tokens. The first one, renouncing the ownership, is planned for the next years. As soon as the token is going to be totally distributed around the network, we're going to renounce the ownership of the smart contract because there will be no necessity to keep the ownership as soon as the token will be totally distributed. Another function, the second, is that we reserve the right to transfer the ownership if we ever decide to switch from the actual wallet to another wallet during the years. During the process of distribution, we want to be able to transfer the ownership to the new wallet. And the third function, the claim stack tokens, is just a rescue function that can give the token back to the user if it's mistakenly sent to the smart contract itself instead of another wallet during a transaction. And this is something that can happen quite often. Again, here we can find a reference about the initial asset distribution, meaning that we at the moment own 100% of the supply of the token in the creator wallet, in the owner wallet. And this is just because we plan to use the token for multiple purposes. We want to use a part of the supply and dedicate that inside of the exchanges. So people will be able to trade, sell, and buy the token inside exchange platforms. We want to dedicate a part of the supply as airdrop, reward, used to earn dynamics inside the connector ecosystem, inside the application. So more information about the tokenomics and the usage and the split of the token can be found in the white paper with all the details regarding that. Another mention here is regarding the potential so-called front running, which is a very common dynamic happening inside the decentralized exchange, meaning that everybody owning the token can have an impact on the price. Selling or buying the token, creating a change in the balance between token and other stablecoin can have an impact on the price of the token itself, of course. But this is not really related to our case because we are taking agreements with the best top players inside the exchange network. So we're going to rely on the best platforms, and most probably we are not going to go through any decentralized price dump as can possibly be in the DEX environments. Another reference here is relying on third-party dependencies, meaning that we are using specifically an OpenZeppelin template for the smart contract. And OpenZeppelin is one of the most famous and reliable template repository for smart contracts. We are using OpenZeppelin just because we want to provide the best and most updated best practices and security dynamics that we can find. So we rely on some templates of very common and widely used repository of templates. The floating pragma is just reference about the version of Solidity, which is the programming language that is commonly used for the smart contract. And I want to remind you guys that the token already has almost 2 years of age. So at the moment of the creation, the most updated version of Solidity was the version 0.8.10, which at the moment is not the newest anymore, but is still including the best practices and the best security environment we can provide for the token. So just a minor reference. Again, another outdated ERC20 reference, meaning that the template from OpenZeppelin that I was mentioning before is not the most recent at the moment in 2023, but still including all the best practices and all the best standards inside. So again, another minor reference. At the end, you can see the final conclusion about the scope of the analysis. And again, for all the ones who want to go through all the details, the paper is free to be consulted by everybody. We, as a team, remain available for all your information, all your questions. We strongly suggest you to join us and follow us on the social channels, on the major communication channel of Connector. We're going to provide more and more updates in the coming weeks and coming months. So we strongly invite you to join the community, and we'll see you on the application.